Marbs here from the Marbs Cave, and this is a video I never thought that I would be making, but I'm making it nonetheless because, well, a lot of my friends have been asking me this question, and I guess if my friends are asking me this question, then maybe your friends are asking you this question as well. So, let's talk about it. So, I've been with Xbox pretty much since the beginning in the OG Xbox. That means that those of you who know me know that I have been around the Xbox platform a long time. With the Xbox One, I had the Xbox One on launch day. I gotta say, it was a rocky start. But I've been around the Xbox One platform as my primary play platform for quite a while now. So I guess maybe I would be a good person to ask if, well, I decided that maybe because of Game Pass and because of some of the other things that Xbox's are doing, that I'm interested in, well, if I got an Xbox, what experiences have you had on Xbox that you thought were really great that I missed? In other words, what were the exclusives that you thought were, set it apart from other platforms? Well, let's talk about that. I'm going to talk about 5 games that I think are quintessential Xbox experiences that you should play if you haven't played them. And if you're new to the platform, you should check them out because they're experiences that you have missed. And I also think that this list encompasses some of what I feel are some of the core titles that you should have if you're a new Xbox owner, just to get a taste of some of the really cool things that the platform has done. Some of these games have even been further enhanced with the new technology that is available on the Series S and X, adding auto HDR, higher resolutions, better frame rates, which I think is good. Not going to get into that. Check other resources out if you want to find out. Of course, with Xbox Smart Delivery, you always play the best version of the game anyway. So, let's get into it. Number 5 is a game that I think is one that is very underrated. But it comes from the developer Remedy, and this is called Quantum Break. This was a title that was a big title for the Xbox, but I don't know that I ever thought it got the kind of interest that it deserved. I played it all the way through, thought it was a good story, thought it was an interesting game, but, certainly it was an experience that was not on other platforms originally. And with Remedy's pedigree with Alan Wake and Max Payne, I gotta say, I expected a lot from this experience and it delivered. It is worth checking out. Also, on another note, if you ever do come across the Quantum Break Steelbook, it's a very elusive one, so if you ever come across one of those, snatch it up. Well worth the effort. The next game that I would recommend is the Rare Replay. Now, Rare Replay is 30 games from Rare. Now, I'm not going to tell you that all 30 of these games were hits, but Banjo-Kazooie's here, we have Perfect Dark here, we have Grabbed by the Ghoulies here, and Conker's Bad Fur Day, I think, is on here too. There's quite a few games on here. Reasonably cheap, but a very good compilation of, Rare, which is owned by Microsoft, a real snapshot of some of the best stuff that they have done for a variety of different things over the years and different platforms, but it's all brought together under one roof on Xbox, and it's done very well. And even some of the games here, again, could be enhanced with the Series SX enhancements as well. The third game that I would recommend might be a bit of a surprise, but it would be, that's right, the Halo MCC, or the Master Chief Collection. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I bought this game, when it first came out, I expected a lot, and I thought, wow, this is going to be the definitive Halo experience on Xbox, including, if you'll remember when this came out shortly, I think it was before they announced that they were going to shut down the original OG Halo servers, or was that after that? The point is that this was the, best preservation of Halo, and this was going to be the definitive edition to do that. Now, here's the get here. This title got off to a rocky start. I'm not going to joke about that. But 343 and Microsoft have continued to invest in this title, swat bugs, enhance it, and it has become the definitive collection of Halo on the Xbox series of from the Xbox series of platforms. I do think right now it's in a much better state of play. If you left this one on the shelf, because you didn't like what you experienced when you first played it, try it again. It has gotten better. The second game is probably going to come as kind of a surprise too. This is Sunset Overdrive. This is also noticed here as the Day 1 edition of Sunset Overdrive. This was developed by the developer Insomniac of Sony fame, and this was supposed to be a new franchise for the Xbox One series platforms. Now, I gotta tell you, when I first started playing this, I thought, wow, this is really neat. This is very different. Kind of reminded me a little bit of a rail shooter, but it had a lot of interesting elements to it, and zombie elements, game elements, and Left 4 Dead elements, and a lot of really cartoony elements, and a really, really unique look. This game, I think, is quite underrated. Also had a couple of expansions, did come to the PC. Don't think it ever made it beyond PC, but it is a very good game to take a look at. It is interesting in that it is one of the only examples of Insomniac's work on the Xbox platform. So that alone should make it an experience worth having. Now, my number one suggestion, if you are new or convert to the Xbox platform, what is the quintessential experience that you should have? Yep, that's right. The quintessential experience you should have is Forza Horizon 4 from Playground Games in conjunction with Turn 10. This is the definitive open world racing experience, and it is an excellent game. It has been overhauled, it has been enhanced, it has been added to, it has been refined and flushed out, and I'll tell you the honest to God's truth, it has delivered more than I ever thought that this game was going to deliver. But I will tell you that it is a very polished experience, a lot of fun, a lot of different ways to play the game, and it is right now, if you are new to the Xbox platform, the one game I would tell you to make sure you check out, and it is because it is an older title, it may not be something that would be come quite to the front of the suggestions of your local GameStop. But at any rate, this is Marbs from the Marbs Cave signing off. See you next time.